is your understanding and enterprise is any reference on the for you guys. Right now, one keeps business. What is the ultimate goal of the business? Next case of to reserve. Okay. Speak for me. I don't want to comment on this. When anybody is doing a business, what is that? It cannot sustain. If you are not able to generate a profit, will you agree with me? Yes, or no? Is it? Or yes, or no? Be a bit interactive in that I can understand. Never is. Yes. So, the organization is to generate a profit. How do you generate a profit? So, what are the resources? Sources of the most important resource we know. Yes. Yes, sir. With all these answers has to come from plan. See, if I club all together in a single sentence, club even resources to generate the such that to be able to meet the business. So, is there are so many. Okay. Sorry, what are the and SAP that are
Any clues? Any thoughts?
thoughts?
Yeah, is it Tally, Oracle?
That's a great. Tally, Oracle is good answer. Any other answers? Appreciated. 20 years back or 25 years back, wherever we see, there will be a tally screen visible on the monitors, right? Now tallying has been super. Of course, I'm not saying that the tally is wrong, but wherever you go, there was a tally screen there. And Oracle is also having a ERP packages. Microsoft Dynamics is also having ERP software. Okay, and JD Edwards, EBAN, BAN, PeopleSoft. There are hundreds of, at least I can say multiple ERP packages are available in the market. Out of that, SAP is one of the ERP package. Even our so-called Joho is also there, coming up with ERP packages, which you might be aware of it, right? Indian ERP package, right? Will you agree with me? So if you have so many ERP packages are there, what is the great advantage? Why the people are crazy about, or why the customers are crazy about SAP? What is the advantage of SAP when compared with the other ERP packages? Anybody? Any thoughts? Why? Why the clients or the business or the people are, any business is interested to implement the SAP. What are the advantages of SAP? Let me explain few advantages of SAP, may not be all. The first and foremost advantage of SAP is it is an integrated solution covering all business functions in under one software and applicable for any kind of a business. SAP is applicable for pharma, SAP is applicable for automobile, applicable for aerospace, applicable for retail. You name any business on this earth that can be implemented. For that, the SAP can be implemented. That is such a robust integrated solution designed from or the developed from SAP. The other advantage of SAP is SAP meaning is Oracle Finance. It is only package for financial applications, not operations, not HR. PeopleSoft is more HR relevant. Workday more HR relevant. But SAP will cover your HR, SAP will cover your finance, SAP will cover your operations. You name anything, logistics, finance, everything. All the business functions are covered under one software package, which is SAP. That is why it is called as an integrated solution, which is optimized for any business organization. Let it be a small, medium, large, or very large enterprise event. Okay, clear to you guys? The other advantage of SAP when compared to the SAP is applicable for all industries, and it is there is a high flexibility. You can configure the system according to your requirements. For example, you have a multinational company where you have an existence in multiple countries across the globe. The requirements in US or the statutory or government rules and regulations in US may be different from India, may be different from APAC or Europe or any other region. SAP can be configured in such a way that to fulfill the requirements according to that country's specific or regional specific settings can be maintained. That is where your configuration skills come into the picture. That is where you as a consultant will come into the picture. Will you agree with me? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That's good. Other advantage of SAP when compared with the other ERP packages, say for example, I have a legacy system, very good sales package. I don't want to obsolete this sales package. Still, I want to implement the SAP. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. You can use existing software or packages or third-party systems or homegrown systems which are currently using also in addition to those homegrown or your own legacy systems. You can on top of it, you can use SAP or you can implement SAP by making use of those events. Meaning is it will get interfaced or connected with any of the existing software systems that you have currently. You need not obsolete it completely even. The other advantage of SAP is SAP, even though it is developed by a native product of German, by default German language and English languages are there. In addition to this, it also supports some of the local languages. Of course, don't ask for Telugu, Hindi or Kannada or Tamil. No, it's for us Indians, we have a great power of English, which the other way advantage of getting ruled by Britishers is we are good at English, which is really super. We don't need any local languages. We communicate in English much easier. We understand as Indians, all the Indian study or educational system is in English. It is very much powerful. But there are certain countries that they are more prone to their local language, say Japanese, Korean, or I mean, there are certain countries they are very prone to their local. I mean, they are not interested to go with German or or English or the other way. So, is it possible to log in Japanese? Yes, it is possible. System will support you in Japanese language completely. Okay. We never knew such that it may come up with other new Indian languages even too, but so far it supports to where English language is a constraint. Otherwise, it cannot go in global. That is the advantage of SAP. The other advantage of SAP is SAP ROI. What is meant by ROI? Anybody? Maybe Chandra? ROI in terms of what is meant by ROI? No. Return on investment. Suppose I invested, say, 10 crores, 50 crores, or 100 crores on implementing the SAP. What will be my ROI? How much I will get as a benefit from the organization? Of course, I don't have any numerical figures here, but the overall feedback from the existing clients is SAP. By implementing the SAP, your ROI is much faster, meaning is you will get a return from the business as a profit much faster compared to the other ERP packages which we discussed, like Microsoft Dynamics, Oracle Finance, Oracle Operations, JD Edwards, PeopleSoft, eBan, Siebel, Okay, that is the other. So there are so many advantages are there. That is why people are prefer to go ahead with SAP. And what are the different type of SAP projects that you can come across? Implementation project, support project, rollout project, and upgrade project. So here, of course, Parchandra is already aware of it. What is role and for the rest of the two? What I'm going to do if I learn the SAP PP? What is my role? Do I need to write any code? No, you need not to write any code. Even I have 15 years of experience. I never ever written any code. I'm zero at code. Then what I will do? I know business. I know SAP. So I will configure SAP system according to the new business requirement that is coming up or the new client which is we are going to implement it. Meaning is you should have a business knowledge at the back of your mind and you should learn SAP what it can do, what it cannot do, how it can do even too. So if you are good at, you are a functional consultant, you are a functional guy. That is where all these people are called as a functional consultant. In an SAP project, you are not only one guy who is implementing the entire SAP. No, it is not like that. I'll take one example. Say, for example, if any major bypass or surgery operation is going on operation theater, do you think a single doctor will do the entire operation by himself solely? No, it is not. If it is a cinema or a picture, maybe they will do, but in reality, it will not. There will be a surgeon who is totally taking the control of the whole operation. One or two surgeons maybe, and there will be anesthesian, and there will be a physician. There will be helping doctors. There will be supporting doctors, even to nurses, and it is a big crew, even in fact. Okay, so all these doctors are synchronized on one single human body. So surgeon will not enter into the anesthesian shoes. Anesthesian will not enter into the surgeon shoes, but they will synchronize completely each other. How is it going on? How the body is working on. How before and after everything should be clear. Before the operation, how the body and everything should be controlled under the supervision of anesthesian, general physician, and surgeon. So what I want to convey here is it is a completely integrated collaborative, successful journey of one operation. In the similar way, you are a PP guy, you are not working in soul. You are working synchronously along with the other teams like MMSD, PPP, FICO, and all these engineers will work together in a single project, which is a human body is there. In the doctor case, here it is a SAP project is a object for us. Is it clear to you? There are three roles are there primarily. One is a technical role, the other is a functional role, other is a admin role. Technical guy who is good at coding part of it, they are called as ABAPer. they will focus into the background programming changes if any enhancement has to be done. We are not the ABAPer, we are a functional guy. We need ABAPer for a backup. It's like a helping doctor, but you are the here as a PP guy, as a functional guy. You understand the business, you will configure the SAP system according to the new business. For example, I'll give you one example. Maruti Suzuki, it is an automobile manufacturing company. SAP is implemented in Maruti Suzuki. At the same time, SAP is implemented in Reddy Labs. Reddy Labs is a pharma company. So pharma company is a different business process altogether. And automobile company, automobile manufacturer is a different business process altogether. But you as an SAP consultant, once you go to the Maruti Suzuki, you will configure the SAP to work for automobile. Similarly, once you come to Reddy Labs, which is a pharma, you will configure the same SAP solution, but you will configure it in such a way that it will work for Reddy Labs event. Will you agree with me, guys? Yes or no? Is there something going inside or going out beyond your understanding? Any questions? All are silent? Clear or not clear?
Clear, sir. Clear.
That's good. Appreciate it. Feel free. Just need not to be just listening. You can ask a question. You can answer it, whatever the questions that proactively, you can ask me question even too. No worries. So what I want to convey here is what is my role? If I become a PP consultant, what I will do? Do I write a coding? No. You are not the person who is writing the coding. Are you taking care of the business networking or network or authorization controls or something? No. You are going to work with the business and the production core PP guy will take care of the control and the production activities of any business organization. So like any other software, in SAP also we have data. Ultimately, it is a data driven. So there are different types of the data. One is configuration data, master data, transactional data. Of course, there are certain data which is very unique and it is one time. That is nothing but your configuration data. This is where I told you guys, you are configuring the same SAP system for Maruti Suzuki. Same SAP solution or SAP software is working for pharma company, which is Reddy Labs. Who is changing it? As a consultant, you and other team members of the functional team, they will configure the system to such a way that it will work for both the companies even too. Similarly, once you configure the system, you need to have a master data in place. There are different master data that are applicable for each of the modules. Of course, I'm just introducing the terminology. Don't worry, we need to go into the deeper of it. Meaning is material master, bill of material, work center, routing. What is are all these things? These are all SAP master data related to PP production planning. And there will be, first of all, let me explain to you transactional data. What is meant by a transactional data? Any communication or a data or a material flow or money flow happens within the departments or outside the department, that is called as a transaction. If you take any business organization, so for a typical organization, you will have, for example, you are able to see my screen now. So this is a manufacturing plant and you have a vendor. Vendor is the person who is supplying the material to you, which is generally called as a raw material. And you will have a customer who is buying the material from you, which is nothing but your finished product. Whatever you produce it, you will sell to the customer. Customer is buying your material. You are buying the material from your vendor. Vendor is an organization or individual party who will supply the material to you. Generally, raw material comes to your factory. You will process that and it will become a semi-finished and finished product. Once the finished product is produced, you will sell to the customer. Will you agree with me? Yes or no? That's good. Cool. Okay. Now, so we are discussing about the data. There are different type of data, which is nothing but your configuration data, master data, transactional data, day-to-day transactions. What are those day-to-day transactions? sales orders, purchase orders, production orders, material document, material memos, many things will happen on day-to-day business. Thousands and thousands of transactions will be happening on day-to-day business, which is directly related to the material, or it may be sometimes only info from one department to another department, or from our organization to the external elements like vendor or sub vendor or customer. Vendor is for supplying the material to our company. Customer is who is buying the material from our company. Will you agree with me, guys? Yes or no? That's good. So in PP, there are different manufacturing processes. One is discrete manufacturing, one is repetitive manufacturing, process manufacturing, and Kanban manufacturing. Discrete manufacturing is more applicable for individual piece by piece, which is nothing but your automobile, which is car manufacturing company. Process manufacturing is applicable for pharma or food processing or continuous process industries, chemical, pharma, life science, and all those things comes under process manufacturing. But in some of the cases, in a single business, you may have both also, but generally it might be either this or this, but there is no hard and fast rule. We should not have a both also in a single organization. There may be a chance even. Repetitive is simpler process compared to the discrete, or where your finished product remains the same and you are continuously producing the same product for a longer period, then that is called as a repetitive manufacturing, repeatedly producing the same product for a longer period. In that cases, we propose the solution called as repetitive manufacturing in SAP terminology. Is it clear? And coming to the Kanban, if you go to any automobile company, there will be thousands and thousands of parts in a car. How many parts we can expect in a car? If if open the car and keep each and every part on the floor, how many parts you are expecting roughly? Anybody, any number? Yes, no number is wrong. You can tell whatever the number that it comes to your mind. No, you don't want to give wrong answer or right answer. Just listen. Okay, no worries. There will be millions of parts inside the car. So if you want to keep each and every part in your own warehouse with a high stock inventory, you need a factory which is like a city. It is not possible to have such a big factory. For that, there is an option available. Your supplier or a vendors are within the vicinity of 5 or 10 kilometers. You will keep 1 or 2 boxes only in the factory. They will come and periodically they will replace it on daily once, twice, thrice even too. The moment you need the material, you will change the status. Hey, I need the material. By changing the status empty signal, immediately your vendor will rush and then supply the material to you. As simple as it. That is called as a Kanban. So you are my supplier. I will send a signal empty. You will immediately understand there is a shortage of material. I need to go and replenish it. Within few minutes, some person will come and just simply put a box there and then he will go away. Simple, that's it. And it is not supposed to, even you have a lot of material stock, they won't allow you to keep lot of stock here. They will allow you to keep maximum of 2 or 3 boxes. That's it. Because to have a minimal inventory, optimal space utilization, such that you need not to have a huge inventory or a big space for manufacturing a car. Will you agree with me? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That's good. Interesting. So all these processes, how will you set it up in SAP? That is where we are going to learn SAP. That is where how we need to set it. In SAP, generally, the moment we open the SAP screen, there are 2 screens are very, very common. One is easy access screen, that is front-end data. The other is IMG, which is called as a configuration screen. That is where you as a consultant will configure the SAP screen. If I open the SAP screen, for example, let me take you there. Any questions so far? Anybody? No. That's good. So this is called as SAP Logon Launchpad. It is S4HANA 2022 version. You will have a user ID and password. The moment you enter the user ID and password, this is SAP Easy Access screen, which is nothing but your front-end data, where your master and the transactional data, day-to-day transactions will happen or executed from this screen with a transaction code. Transaction code are nothing but commands which we need to execute or which we need to. There are multiple ways to execute these commands. For example, if I want to create a material, MM01, this is one way of entering the command create material master creation. Okay, what is another way? You can keep that commands in your favorite section and just double click on it. It will take you to the same screen, which is create material master. You can navigate it, logistics, production, master data, material master, material, create general, and click on here MM01. Either you click on here MM01 by clicking so many things, this is called as a navigation, or you can put it into the favorites most commonly used for business. But as a consultant, I'm sure you will learn, memorize those transaction codes very easily by entering MM01. Of course, don't expect such that each and every transaction code you will remember. No, it's not possible. There will be millions of transaction code. Does any doctor will remember each and every medicine that is available on this earth? No, it is not. They will have their own way of memorizing our drug name, or they will keep it in that. Based upon that, they will prescribe it. And the similar line, you need not to memorize each and every transaction code that is available in SAP, but common transaction codes as a consultant, definitely it will come to your mind over a period of time. No worries. That's good. No worry. Now, this is about easy access screen, but in general, this is for business people. You are not a business guy. You are here to become as a consultant. You are not going to be the end user, or you are not going to be the super user. We are going to be the consultant where we provide the SAP solution to the new business, new clients which are want to implement the SAP. For that, you need to have a configuration control, which is equal to IMG. IMG is implementation guide. You can use SIMG or SPRO. So if you see here, there are two screens I'm putting side by side. You are able to see two screens on my screen. One is IMG. I'll keep IMG towards this side better. Meaning is, this is the front-end data easy access screen, which will be used by business team. The other thing is IMG, which is used by consultant. Here, you will configure the entire SAP system from here. It is applicable for all consultant, not only you as a PP consultant, other functional guys like SD team, MM team, purchasing, FICO, HR, everybody will work on this same screen called as IMG. You have a clear role. You are a PP guy. You will configure the system in the PP area or a production area. In this also, just now I told such that if it is a discrete manufacturing, you will work in this area. If it is a process manufacturing or ready labs, you will set it up in this area. There are certain common both for them also. We will see it later after some time or over a period of time. Don't worry. At this point, just understand. This is your easy access screen. This is your IMG screen where you as a consultant, you will configure the SAP system such that your front end will work according to your configuration setting that is maintained. Clear to you guys? Any questions, queries, doubts?
No, sir.
That's good. So, but here one point, the moment I start the class, I cannot go and start configuration on the first day because, say for example, I will give one vague layman example. If you want to repair the bike, do you think without knowing how to ride the bike, is it possible for you to repair the bike? Yes or no? No is my answer too. If you want to repair it, first of all, you should know how the bike will run, how the bike will get ignited, how the bike will start, and what are the functions in it. and how it works. You should have a clear-cut idea. Then only you can repair it. The same is the case. I'm not saying here repairing, but just to give a idea that I'm saying it. If you want to configure the system, first of all, you should know how the system works. If you want to change it, you should know how it should work and you are expecting how to modify it. So in that cases, first you should be clear about it. What the exactly system runs. For that, you need to learn first master, then transactional data, then we go for configuring the system, which is setting up the system. So always preferred to learn from the master, then transaction, then configuration. If you start with the first of the configuration, definitely it will become black and white for you. So to make it clear, simpler, better, first we learn master, then we use it for transactions, then we go for configuration. This is how the approach, it is a proven. I take up these online classes not now, at least from the last 12 years. This is my passion, bit whatever you call. It is rather than more of business, it is my passion towards these classes. Okay. So don't get surprised that it is not today I am taking it at the class or this is the first class. This is started 12 years before at least. Okay, no worries. Hundreds of guys were being trained up. Okay, no worries. Let's just to give you a high level overview of SAP screens. I'll run through a couple of slides. So this is my login screen, which I shown to you. You will enter the login user ID and password. The moment you enter the login ID, user ID, password, and then credentials, then it will become into an easy access screen. This is where you will enter the command prompt. You will have, this is called as a standard toolbar, the main menu bar. And after that, there is a standard toolbar, application toolbar, and also you will have different navigational fields, radio button, checkboxes, and all those things. You can see it here. Just before you start your transactions, just be aware of the navigation, how to enter into the SAP screen, what is the significance of main menu, what is the toolbar, what is the standard toolbar, application toolbar, where you need to enter the command, all these things. This is your easy access screen, which just now I shown to you, and you can have your own favorites. You can create your own favorites. And there is a help option is there. Help option is basically you can select, you can, if you want to know more info on the about any particular field, there is a standard help is there. You can use that. And this is about the system, which system you are, what is the name of the system, what is the details of that system, details you can understand from here. Role based upon your role. If you are a manufacturing guy or if you are a finance guy, if you are a purchasing guy, role based menu will also be possible to maintain it for the role based menu. F1 help and F4 help are possible. F1 help is, it will give you quick help. You need not to go to Google or something. In SAP standard library, there are multiple, of course, this may not give you complete documentation, but quick first-hand information you can get it from F1 help. F4 help is a such help or available options that it can take it up. You can navigate through that F4 help. And the library, which I told you, standard SAP library is a function where you can see the help from directly from SAP. This is the authenticated documentation available. You can go through from the standard SAP settings. Services and then different functions that you can set it up at a user level or a main menu level or user specific settings also you can maintain. What is the language to be? A default login language, date format, comma format, decimal format, you can set it up according to your local or according to your convenient event. In India, we use a dot for decimal, but the same in German, they use the comma for a dot, decimal, and dot for thousand separator. But in India, we use comma for thousand separator, dot for a decimal. So you can set it up according to your own convenience. And coming to this part of, maybe you might be having a bit of questions as to that. What is this course? How long it will take? What are the contents that it will be covered? This is also general question that can answer. So if you see here, this is a 10-week schedule, which is equal to roughly 2.5 months schedule. And each week wise, what we are going to cover, it is a 5-day session or maximum of 60 days session in a week. And each day we will cover it to one to minimum of 1 hour, maximum of 1.5 hours. So weekly 7.5 hours is a schedule. We start with the master data, then we go for MRP, then we will go for discrete manufacturing, repetitive manufacturing, process manufacturing, Kanban, and configuration, and a bit on the overview and the quality management. This is our 10-week schedule. Each day consisting of 1 hour to 1.5 hour, maybe sometimes here and there, plus minus. By any chance we are lagging behind, we can cover it on weekend depending upon all your availability. For that, there are certain prerequisites. So prerequisites are you should have access for SAP S/4HANA system, and of course, as I explained, from my experience, I told you real-time examples and project-related info and all those things. More than happy to share it with you guys. Any questions, queries, doubts so far? Any questions? So this is an introductory session which will be covering it up. I explained what is meant by SAP, what are the different roles, and what exactly what different data. I also explained to you guys how we are going to cover this topic, what is the duration, which contents we are going to cover it up, and how we are going to. For every topic, there are 3 sessions. One is theoretical part of it, first using the PPT. I already have PPTs for each of the topics, which will be shared with you guys even too. Once the theoretical part is over, then I will log into SAP system. So I will log into the SAP system and I'll run through how to set it up or how to perform that activity. Once my session is over, then I will ask you guys to do the same thing in SAP system with your user ID. So for every topic, one is the theoretical part. Second is practical demo from my system in the system from my side. The third part is practice from you in the system with your user ID. So once these 3 parts are over, then only we'll move to the next topic, one after another. For every single topic, for every line in the content I shown to you, this is how we approach. Any questions? Are you able to follow me? You guys are there? So for every topic, we will go through the different PPT and then each PPT I'll explain theoretically. After that, we'll go to the SAP system and we'll navigate into the SAP system. The third part is I'll ask you guys to do, I'll ask you guys to do in the system. If you'll get any question, query, doubt, either during my theoretical explanation or when I'm running through the SAP system or when you are going through, you can ask me to. Yeah, this is what is today my plan to cover it up. If you have any specific questions, let me know. Feel free. If you don't ask the question, I cannot understand what exactly you are looking for.